Coach. Thanks, Pedro. As a reminder, you'll need to hit the raise hand icon in order to ask a question. We'll start with Joe Patrick. Joe, go ahead. Your line's open.
Hi, Gabriel. Good evening. I just wanted to kind of let you give us your thoughts on the game in general.
Muy disputado de los dos equipos.
I think it was a good challenge from both teams.
Con una intensidad muy buena de ver.
With a good intensity.
De los dos, con chance de marcar goles en cualquier momento.
From both sides, with chance to score.
Fue un partido muy bueno.
I think it was a good game.
Next question, Felipe. Go ahead, Felipe.
Buenas noches, Gabriel. Como usted dice, un partido muy disputado, muy intenso. El objetivo era obviamente avanzar, no se logró, pero el equipo demostró muchísimo, ¿no? Mostró compromiso, idea táctica. ¿Cuán satisfecho está usted con el compromiso del grupo?
Pero me quedaría corto con lo que siento de este grupo.
I could not tell you enough of how I feel with this group right now.
Por muchas cosas.
For many reasons.
Y no solamente lo futbolístico.
I'm not only talking about the football aspect.
Pero se lo digo a ellos, o se lo he dicho a ellos,
What I told them,
que creo que es mejor
that I think is
y
better.
no hacerlo público para que siempre el entrenador tenga una excusa, ¿no?
I prefer to keep it private. It's not as an excuse.
Next question, Jonathan Tannenwald. Go ahead, John.
Thanks, Chris. And apologies again that my Spanish isn't good enough to.
Go ahead, John. Can you hear us?
Yeah, you there?
We've got you.
All right. We saw again tonight how good Santiago Sosa is, and you get to see him every day. So how good is he for you?
Bueno, me cuesta mucho hablar de individualmente de mis jugadores.
Well, it's hard for me to talk about individuals.
Porque trato de las cosas individuales, o creo que le hace mejor a un futbolista escucharme cuando se lo digo a él personalmente.
I prefer about talking individual when I talk with them face to face.
Pero creo que Santiago se está adaptando muy bien y día a día.
But I believe Santi is adapting well in day by day.
Así que es una buena noticia para el Atlanta.
And I think it's a good news for Atlanta.
Next question, Doug Robertson. Go ahead, Doug.
Yes, Jürgen Damm was a big part of the offense in the first game, and Barco has been a big part of the offense throughout the season. How much did not having them affect your ability to complete the rally tonight and go to the semifinals?
La construcción del equipo.
¿Cómo afecta la pérdida de Damm y Barco?
La pérdida de jugadores siempre afecta.
Like to lose players always affect.
Pero hoy se ha demostrado que aparte de estos buenos jugadores, acá hay un grupo de chicos y de futbolistas que quiere competir.
But apart from these players, the ones who play today, they prove that they are ready to play.
Porque los que han entrado, la verdad que ha estado muy bien, o como Eric que no jugaba y hoy ha jugado y se lo ha visto muy bien.
Like some of the new players, as Eric, that he played a really good game.
En esta época donde hemos jugado muchos partidos seguidos.
Like in this period of the time where we have been playing a lot of games.
Después de tantos meses que un equipo no ha jugado tantos partidos seguidos.
And after so many months without like a team playing this amount of games.
Estas cosas pueden pasar.
These things could happen.
Así que bueno, ahora tenemos que utilizar otros jugadores y será así.
And now we need to use other players.
Next question back to Felipe. Go ahead, Felipe.
Thank you. Gabriel, la falta de un jugador como Ezequiel, que es un creativo que puede jugar tanto de extremo como de enganche, eso causó de que el equipo quizás demostraron más centros en este partido. Yo no sé, yo no los he contado, pero me pareció que vi más centros en el partido de hoy que en partidos pasados.
Bueno, lo de Ezequiel siempre es un jugador desequilibrante y más en estos partidos es muy bueno contar.
Like Ezekiel is a good player and it's good to have him in the group. It would be good to have him in the group.
Y lo que dices es exactamente correcto, pero era una de las cosas que hoy íbamos a hacer.
And what you say is correct. It's something we have been preparing for the game today.
Porque muchísimas veces en el área éramos uno más que ellos, que esa era una de las cosas que íbamos a cambiar hoy.
One of the things we changed for today is to have one more player inside the box. This is why we did this.
Last question back to Doug. Doug, go ahead.
Yeah, are Barco and Jurgen and Rosetto and Chal going to be available this weekend?
Dos están desafectados y Rosetto todavía necesita más tiempo de entrenamiento normal.
Two of them will not be available, and Rosetto need more time of training.
No sabré
thanks,
qué
Coach.
responderle hoy, ¿no?
I could not give you more information today.
De Rosetto no, porque hace 4 días que no estoy con él.
I could not talk about Rosetto because I'm not with him since like more than 4 days.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Pedro. You guys will need to hit the raise hand icon in order to ask Emerson a question. We'll start with Hector Trujillo. Hector, go ahead. Your line's up.
Hello, Emerson. Really good game, really intense. Do you think you guys, when you scored that goal with a couple minutes left in the first half, did you guys think that you still had a fighter's chance, or was there still like a little bit of doubt that you could overcome the 3 goals from the last game?
Of course, we came into the game with a lot of belief. We thought we had chances in the last game and we could have put it away early, but just missed our chances and then kind of got punished for it. And so we knew we could score goals coming into this tie. It was just we had to risk a little bit more, obviously. And once we got the goal, I think we had even more belief in ourselves, but unfortunately, it just didn't go our way.
Next question, Felipe Cardenas. Go ahead, Felipe.
Hey, Emerson, could you talk about your role tonight? I don't want to. It looked like you were a defensive midfielder. Is that accurate? What was your task tonight in the midfield?
It was very similar to the last leg. It was mainly helping up with the build-up and being a support basically for the attackers. Let them attack and be the outlet. I thought over both legs did okay with it. But my role changes kind of every game, and that's kind of the same with everyone else. We're very adaptable, but I think that makes us stronger. And it's good to be able to play multiple positions, and I'm learning every day.
Next question, Doug Robertson. Go ahead, Doug.
Hey, Emerson, that last game at Mercedes-Benz, y'all had a lot of energy. You had a shot on goal in the first 2 minutes, pressing all over the field. Tonight, it didn't look the same, but y'all had the same amount of energy. First shot on goal wasn't until Sosa's goal in the 40-something minute. Did it feel that way on the field? Was there just not as much energy there as on Tuesday of last week?
It's hard to say. Obviously, we're playing against a decent team, and they have a 3-goal cushion, so I'm sure they were. I think they were sitting off a little bit more, trying to just make it a little bit difficult, packing in a little bit, especially first half. And we had to be kind of patient. We wanted to go for it. Obviously, you can't go for it from minute 1 and expose yourself too much. You kind of have to balance it a little bit. We were happy with getting a goal in the first half and thought we could push on from there. But in terms of energy wise, I think we all felt fine. It was just one of those games I think we had to be even more patient than we thought going into it. And it's tough to sometimes go that route when you know you have to score 3 goals. But that's just kind of how it unfolded.
Next question, Chris Smith. Go ahead, Chris.
Hi, Emerson. Can you just give us a bit of an inkling of what it's like to play alongside Santiago Sosa in that midfield and what he offers to the rest of you guys around him?
No, obviously he's a great player, and he brings a lot of balance, especially to the back line and into the midfield also. You know, he kind of works in between, brings a lot of composure, calmness, and has a good passing range. So, you know, for us, he's a very important player, obviously, and chipped in with the goal tonight. He has that in him. So yeah, for me, I really enjoyed playing with him. I think we have a pretty good connection on the field, and yeah, it's something that can just grow.
Next question back to Felipe. Go ahead, Felipe.
Thank you. Emerson, Gabriel just told us that with Ezekiel out of the game tonight, without having that type of player, that type of 10 creative attacking midfielder, that the idea was to get more players in the box. And just from my perspective, it did look like tonight there were a lot more services from the wide flanks than usual. How do you feel the team executed that part of the game plan to try to get numbers in the box and be a little bit more clinical?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we built up to the wide area pretty well. Actually, I think we had quite a few crosses and got into some dangerous areas. I think it's just that final product we've been lacking recently, and you know, the final ball, maybe the final finish at times, and it's kind of shown over both legs. Obviously, I think especially first half of the first leg, we had all the chances, all the buildup was great, just couldn't put the ball in the net. And you know, this game, it seemed like we would get up there and just not have that final ball, which is unfortunate. But it's something we obviously need to work on. We know that, and you know, we're just going to have to work on the training pitch with it and get better.
Last question, Eric Vega. Go ahead, Eric.
Hey, Emerson. In your opinion, what do you prefer more, playing against a team with a counter-attacking team like Philadelphia or a high-pressure team of Atlanta? What's your preference if you had to pick your opponent?
Well, I can't pick the opponent. We kind of just have to take it game by game, and obviously we have to adapt, and that's what we're very good at. Was we kind of go game by game and judge the opponent and try to work with it and what they bring and try to counteract it ourselves. And you know, if they high press, we try to find a way to build out of it, whether it's you know, through the fullbacks, maybe over the top more. You know, we have different options. I think that's a strong quality of our team that we might not have had last year. We were a little bit more one-dimensional last year, and I think for us, it's we can be more dangerous now in multiple ways.
Great. That'll conclude today's press conference. Thanks, Emerson.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.